A very good morning to you. It is 6 o'clock. We're with you all the way through until 9. Ben and Susanna here from 6:30. At least 27 people have drowned trying to reach Britain in the biggest loss of life in the Channel since the migrant crisis began. 5 women and a young girl were among the victims when their dinghy sank off Calais. 4 people have been arrested in France. And Jonathan Swain, smugglers are the ones who are being blamed for this tragedy, aren't they? But it's also true to say that the British and French authorities have, in a way, watched on as this was almost inevitable at some point. Well, Boris Johnson has urged France to step up efforts to stem the flow of migrants crossing the Channel after what we've heard there from Jonathan, of course. But some French politicians have blamed, as you might expect, failings in Britain's migration policy for the tragedy. Our chief correspondent, doesn't help anybody, does it, this morning? But it's inevitable, isn't it, that this is what's happening? We have struggled, haven't we, in the UK, to know how to deal with this problem. Elsewhere, a major review of the way football is governed in England has concluded that an independent regulator is needed to put the sport on a sounder financial footing and to give fans more of a say in the way their teams are run. Juliet Dunlop, in some controversy recently of their takeover. So what do you think this shake-up will entail, Juliet? 3 white men accused of killing a black jogger, ARBERY, have been found guilty of murder in a trial in Georgia, which has gripped America. Prosecutors argued that race was a factor in the killing. The men will face another trial next year in a federal hate crime case. Our North American to Mr. Arbery's family, haven't you? The Duke of Cambridge has been speaking to emergency workers about managing their own mental health on the front line. In a highly personal film, Prince William reveals that he was deeply affected by call-outs involving children when he worked for the air ambulance service. Here's Liz Summers. Now let's take a look at the weather. Laura, good morning, Britain, here with you all the way through till 9. Of course, Ben and Susanna here from 6:30 and joining them. First, let's get the news, travel and weather where you are. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the front pages for you. And there is only a single afoot this morning. And if you like a little tipple on Christmas Day, then this could possibly bother you. The fact that alcohol could in fact be missing from our homes this festive season, of course, due to this HGV driver shortage. We've heard so much about it. This warning, though, about alcohol specifically comes from a group of 45 wine and spirit companies. They're saying that the government needs to address it urgently. Let's speak to a good friend of mine. A lovely man who does like a little tipple every now and again. Well, we'll be having one after the show, won't we, today? Have they not been mentioned? Have we? Thank you so much. Susanna and Ben here in a moment. First, let's get the weather with Laura. Here, a major review of the way football is governed in England has concluded that an independent regulator is needed to put the sport on a sounder financial footing and to give fans more of a say in the way their teams are run. Juliet, to America now, and 3 white men accused of killing a black jogger, Ahmaud Arbery, have been found guilty of murder in a trial in Georgia, which has gripped America. Prosecutors argued that race was a factor in the killing, and the men will face another trial next year in a federal hate crime case. Our North America correspondent Noel Phillips reports from Georgia. Now, do you put your Christmas decorations up in November? If so, are you nodding, Ben?
Yes, standard.
Oh. Did we last year?
No. Choice of going early.
Can we just raise the tone of this immediately? Ben Shepherd has operated after stiff makeover. Would you like to see it?
Yes, please.
You mean the boob